Remarkable! Incredible! Unbelievable!
Save! And Spark are champions! Good up, Pepe! Goal!
It doesn't get any better than that!
Hello and welcome to the Bay Park Athletic Complex here in Bay Park, New York for this UPSL Northeast American matchup between Brooklyn FC 2 and East Coast FC. I'm Alexander Ganias for Game and Frame, and today we have two bottom-dwelling teams in the conference looking to turn their seasons around while they still can. Today's Game and Frame broadcast is sponsored by Petrobacks, your gateway to Spain and Portugal. From unforgettable vacations to exclusive soccer group trips. Petrobacks gets you closer to the action, the culture, and the biggest teams on the Iberian Peninsula. Visit petrobacks.com and start planning your dream trip today. We'll get you the starting lineups in just a minute. The teams line up, break their huddles. Let's meet the starting lineup for East Coast FC. It'll be Adrian Palomares, Emmanuel Centurion, Junior Velasquez, David Guevara in net for East Coast FC. Jonathan Lima, Joseph Luque, Luis Altuve, and Rafael Castro, and Sebastian Villada. The whistle blows and we are underway. Brooklyn FC in their black jerseys with the white pinstripes going left to right. East Coast with their white jerseys trimmed in orange going right to left. As that ball goes out of bounds, it will be a East Coast throw. Two more starters for East Coast FC today, Fortune Uzo and Jose Dolores. That's Rafael Castro with the ball. He'll swing it forward. And that ball's almost turned over, but East Coast gets it right back. Pushing forward, he's going to cross inside the box, and it's headed away by the defense. Centurion Gets the ball inside the box. And Brooklyn will clear it away all the way out to midfield. And East Coast will reset. Long pass out. The flag stays down. That pass for Luque. Try to get a foot on it, but just a bit too much on that pass. It deflects out of bounds. Will be a goal kick for Brooklyn. The keeper today for Brooklyn is Brian Perea. Also on the field, Thomas Silva, Arthur Opiola, Sibi Amara, Josh Escobar, Alex Melgar, Eric Teneda, Yaya Etch, Richard Ewart, Oscar Garces, and Dominic Brulinski. As Brooklyn FC immediately gets a ball outside of the net, the shot just moves wide. David Guevara well out of his net there, and Brooklyn FC almost took advantage of it, but that shot scooted past the net. And a couple of minutes in, Brooklyn FC with the first scoring chance of the day. Quickly, East Coast pushes the pace. Cross just outside the 18, pass intended for Luque, but the ball went right back to him. Turned over. Teneda pushes the ball forward and it gets turned over, so Brooklyn will have to reset in their own defensive third. Teneda gets it back. East Coast swinging it around the backfield. Brooklyn FC and East Coast FC 8th and 9th in the 10-team standings in the Northeast American North Division of the UPSL Premier Division. East Coast FC still searching for their first win of the season. In 4 games played, they have 3 losses and 1 draw. Well, that was Centurion who had the ball on the near touchline. Pass collected there by Sebastian Villada, but the ball went out of bounds and the ref called a foul. So it will be a free kick deep in their own territory for Brooklyn FC 2. The reserve team for the first team that to this point still does not exist. Brooklyn FC 1 will start their season in 2026 with the rest of the USL Championship. But Brooklyn FC starting to plant their roots in American soccer, especially in New York, and a foul is called on Brooklyn. That foul committed by Eric Teneda. And East Coast will get a ball in an advantageous position here. And they'll play it out of the back. Dolores swings it around. East Coast pushing forward. That's Villada who puts a shot on net and a save there by Perea. Took a couple of deflections in front, but Perea able to get to the floor and get a paw on that. First good chance for East Coast FC tonight. East Coast FC with only 1 point in the standings, or excuse me, 3 points. Brooklyn FC is pushing. On the far side, ball gets pushed out of bounds coming towards us. And it will be an East Coast throw. Long pass out for East Coast. Will be a shot there. Looks like by Viata. Or excuse me, that was Luque. And they'll play it back again. Dolores tried to spring Viata or Luque, but neither of them were able to get their foot on the ball. And Brooklyn FC takes it back. Long pass out there for Melgar, but the ball was offside. The flagman put his flag up, and even as the ball went all out of bounds, it will be a free kick instead for East Coast. Oh no, it will be a throw-in. That was Centurion who had the throw. Ball goes all the way back to the keeper. East Coast pushing again. Viata. They're going to swing the ball around all the way to Palomares. The ball gets taken off his foot. The East Coast backline able to recollect, send it all the way back to their keeper. Guevara swings it all the way to the near side for Centurion. Dolores. And now Castro. Pass forward there from Uzo, Fortune Uzo. But no one was able to collect, and it will be another goal kick for Brooklyn FC 2. You're now in about the 13th minute. Got started a little bit past 7 p.m. here in Bay Park, New York. Not too far from the town of East Rockaway, which is where I got off on the train. Teneda gets it all the way out to Amara, but he has to push it back. Berlinski sends it forward. And that pass intended for Yea Etch. And he's the only one there. He's probably trying to force a turnover there, but he couldn't quite get it. East Coast now with the ball on their back line. Nice forecheck there from Brooklyn FC, but East Coast able to get it out of their own half. Luque able to get the ball away from the defender. He's going to push forward. Has Uzo on his right. And Uzo deflects the pass off of a Brooklyn defender. Will be a throw-in for East Coast. And the Brooklyn FC defender is down. He stays down. The refs say play on. He's able to get back up. East Coast has had most of the possession through the first 15 or so minutes of this first half. Uzo all the way in the back corner, able to get it away. And that cross pass intended for someone in the box was deflected almost immediately and out of bounds for a East Coast throw. Dolores that will get the ball from his teammate on the back line. Castro sends it forward. Pass looked like it was intended for Villada, not able to get to it. And now Brooklyn FC quickly ahead. Turns the ball over, and East Coast gets it right back. We mentioned before, East Coast looking for their first win in 4 games. They have lost 3 and drew once. Last game on the 14th, they lost to Osners FC 2-1 on the road as Uzo gets tripped up, and it will be a foul right outside the 18-yard box. And East Coast FC's only draw and their only point this year has come against New York Braveheart FC, and that was earlier in the season, in a pretty ironic twist. East Coast FC was scheduled to play Barcelona SC New York, the team in the Northeast American Division that doesn't have any points, no draws, no wins. But that game was postponed as East Coast lines up for the free kick right outside the 18-yard box. The kick is away, and it's punched aside by the keeper Perea, but not out. East Coast will let it go out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in. Centurion takes the ball from his teammate. He'll throw the ball in. That was Luis Altuve who initially was going to throw the ball in. And that ball's coming right towards me, but it'll go right over my shoulder. Out of bounds for a Brooklyn FC throw and out of the facility. Ref stops play so we can get a new ball. And while Brooklyn FC has seen some tough luck in their schedule as 2 of their first 4 games were postponed, they do have one thing that East Coast does not have, and that is a win on their record. Brooklyn looked for a handball there, not going to get it as East Coast is able to get the ball. Far passed out for Uzo on the far side. In their 2 games, Brooklyn FC had a home game against Red Hook FC and lost 8-1. So that does very noticeable damage to their goal differential in the standings. But they did come back and defeated Kelmendi FC on their home turf in New Rochelle, New York, 3-0. That was their last game on the 7th. They were supposed to play a game on the 14th, but it was postponed, that game against New York Braveheart. Far pass out, headed away there by, it looked like it was Melgar who got his head on that, but not able to get it out of bounds. A shot deflected immediately by Jonathan Lima. Be out of bounds, and it'll be a goal kick, it looks like. It looks like the refs rule it was deflected off of an East Coast player. I'd like to remind you that today's Game and Frame broadcast is sponsored by Petrobacks, your gateway to Spain and Portugal. From unforgettable vacations to exclusive soccer group trips, Petrobacks gets you closer to the action, the culture, and the biggest teams on the Iberian Peninsula. Visit petrobacks.com and start planning your dream trip today. Opiola had that ball initially on the defensive line. Ball goes all the way back to the keeper and then picked up there by Brulinski. Opiola sends it far. Nice one-touch pass there, but it's kicked away by Centurion. Ball goes out of bounds, and it looks like a foul was called and a free kick given to Brooklyn FC. So Brulinski will send it backwards, and Brooklyn FC 2 will work it out of the back. Make sure to tune in tomorrow. We have a full slate of UPSL Metropolitan Conference matchups for you tomorrow. At 4 p.m., we have New York International FC in their first season in the UPSL, and Doha FCW. That game will be at 4 p.m. Also at 4 p.m., we have Hoboken FC 1912 and Zumschneider FC 03. That'll also take place at 4 p.m. And then at 8 p.m., the defending conference champions, New York Pan-Cyprian Freedoms, will host Central Park Rangers at 8 p.m. You can find all those games and more on Game and Frame's YouTube page. That ball was deflected off of a Brooklyn defender, not out of bounds, so Uzo able to keep his foot on it. Looks like he tried to meg the defender, and he might have been successful, but the ball goes out of bounds anyway, fortunately for an East Coast throw. East Coast FC. Coached by Jorge Gonzalez and assisted by Ricardo Tripatillo and Paolo Serolini. Brooklyn FC coached by the Mansfield brothers, Maximilian and Michael. East Coast working out of their back line. Altuve. Now over to Castro. Castro a far pass there for Luque, headed away by the defense. Able to keep it in was Escobar for Brooklyn FC, and now Brulinski trying to spur it forward. He gets the ball back off a deflection. Side pass left there for Melgar. Melgar is going to put a pass inside the box. Brulinski looks like it's called for the foul there, and it will be an East Coast free kick. This game initially, it looks like it will be a Brooklyn FC kick. And there's an injured player down near midfield. And the rest have stopped playing. It looks like we're going to get the head coaches and a trainer if there is one. Once again, this game was initially supposed to be at the Mitchell Athletics Complex up near Uniondale, New York. Still in Nassau County, but a bit further east and north than where we are now. Not too far away from the Nassau Coliseum, former home of the New York Islanders, and the New York Riptide if you're into indoor lacrosse. And it looks like that's Rafael Castro who's down. Starting to get himself back up with the help of his teammates. And he'll try to walk it off. But he is limping quite noticeably, and one of his teammates helps him out off the field. So we'll get our first sub of the game. As Lima helps his teammate off the field, who looks like he's walking a bit better now, but it looks like it will be a few minutes before he can possibly get back. We'll probably tape him up. It's quite a chilly night here in Bay Park. And it started as a really sunny day. It started into a quite chilly night. We are still waiting for a substitute to come on for East Coast FC. We'll get you his name as soon as we learn it. So it looks like the sub on for East Coast FC is Devin Seneca. And Brooklyn FC starts with the ball. Turned over and Brooklyn FC gets it right back. Pass goes out to Garces. Oscar Garces steps over, goes to his right, and a pass inside the box deflected immediately will go out for a corner kick, the first corner kick of the match. Short corner kick to Berlinski, gets inside the box, is deflected away by the defense, stayed in bounds, and he's able to keep it in bounds and sends it away. Viata able to work the defender off, jumps over an attempting tackle there from Opiola, but the ball got too far from his boot, and it will be out for a goal kick. We're a little bit under half an hour in to this UPSL Northeast American North Division matchup. About halfway through the fall season here. East Coast FC with 4 matches remaining in their fall schedule, and Brooklyn FC 2 with 5 matches remaining, and perhaps some reschedulings of the postponed matches. Long pass goes out to Berlinski, and he has a little bit of space, but he's able to get it out to his teammate on the far side. That's Mara, excuse me. And they get it back now to Teneda. Garces to Berlinski. Headed away by Amara. Back out to Teneda in the midfield. And Brooklyn FC will have to go all the way back now, as Richard Ewert sends it across for Opiola, and Opiola sends it far. Amara takes a shot. It's deflected about midway too. And now turned over. It's Palomares. Gets it over to Viata. And Viata gets the ball knocked off his boot, and the ref signals a corner kick. It will be East Coast's first corner kick of the match. Well, no one's really going to get the ball, so it looks like we're just going to wait. And it looks like we will get a ball from the sideline. So it will be Junior Velasquez, the Salvadorian, who will take this corner kick, East Coast's first of the match. puts his arm up. Here it is from his right foot. Attempted to head it on net, and now a shot from the foot of, it looked like, I'm trying to get a number there. It looks like that was number 26, Luis Altuve, who put that shot on net with his left foot, but the ball sailed over the bar for a goal kick, and funny enough, it landed right where the last ball landed. So they're just going to have to go back there anyway. They tried to avoid it, and they couldn't. And it seems that the players don't understand that a ball is needed for the game to proceed. I guess the refs wanted him to get both of them. But if they wanted to avoid that problem, they should have gotten after the first one the first time. Finally, the ball is put back in play. Zopiola sends it far and high. That pass intended there for Yeha Etch. But East Coast able to turn the ball over and get it back. Just past the half-hour mark here in Bay Park. There is a Little League baseball game going on to the left side of this field. This is a sports complex, baseball, softball, and soccer, / all the other field sports you can think of, lacrosse, American football, international football. Interesting tidbit, the field kind of juts out of left field for baseball, so theoretically the deepest part of this baseball park would be about 700 feet away from home plate. And some miscommunication there from East Coast, so it will be a throw-in for Brooklyn as Palomares wanted to leave the ball for Centurion, but Centurion wanted him to keep it. Be a throw-in for Brooklyn. Sends it back and it'll go all the way to the net, and almost an own goal from Opiola as Perea had to get on his horse to get to that ball. But Brooklyn FC dodges danger and now able to push it back upfield. And the flag is up, so it looks like that was either a foul or an offside. Or it was just out of bounds. It was a throw-in for East Coast. Long pass forward for Centurion, and Brooklyn claiming the ball went off of East Coast, but the refs give East Coast the throw. Centurion to Viata. And a foul called on Brooklyn, and they don't agree with it. But it will be a free kick. It looks like it will be Velasquez who will take it. Lining up just on, for the American football field at least, what looks like the 16-yard line. But it is a free kick in the attacking third for East Coast. No score yet here. And the shot is up. Almost headed on net. The ball finds its way just out of the net. But it would not have mattered. The flag was up. It would have been offside on East Coast. But boy, did that come close for East Coast's first goal of the match. Well, instead it will be a corner kick for East Coast. Thought it was an offside, but clearly the ball went out off of Brooklyn FC And the corner kick goes a little bit past the net and deflected away by Brooklyn FC. And that ball is out of bounds off of East Coast. I've been getting a lot of action today as a broadcaster. Little touch pass right in front of us. It was turned over. Sure. Uzo will throw that ball in here. Looked like that pass was intended for Velasquez, but it's turned over, and Brooklyn FC gives it right back. Centurion bodying some defensive players. And a foul is called. An East Coast player on the floor here might have been clipped by a boot on his shin. And even though they get those shin pads, that still does hurt. Velasquez lines up the free kick. Parade directing his defense as they line up the wall. The ref blows his whistle. And the shot goes right into the wall. Velasquez trying to fight for the positioning, and he does get it. And Brooklyn, incensed, they thought the ball was off of East Coast, and personally I do too. You might have heard an F-bomb. If you do, I apologize, but it was not me. So East Coast gets the ball back, and they'll swing it around in their back line. Game starting to get a little chippy. Not a lot of agreement with the refs here today. And you hope that these two teams can keep it clean, but we'll see how the game plays out as that pass to Centurion right on the touchline, crossed inside. And it looked like that was Villada who slipped and fell in the box. Possibly could have had a header opportunity, but wasn't even able to get on his feet. That ball stays here for Palomares. He loses the ball. Luque trying to get it back. And Brooklyn able to get it out, at least of the third, but not out of their own half. But Berlinski pushing it forward. And now it's Melgar. Melgar, a far pass there, intended for Amara, but it was just a bit too far. They will earn the throw-in. Etch loses the ball, and East Coast picks it right back up. Villada pushing forward for Palomares. And they'll reset. Long pass there from Velasquez. And it looks like a handball was called there. And it will be a free kick for Brooklyn FC. The ref called handball there. Once again, neither team has broken the plane just yet. Still 2 goose eggs on our score bug. And a foul is called on a shove there. East Coast doesn't agree, but he did shove him from behind, even if it was quite light. Just past midfield, Brooklyn FC 2 will take their free kick. And that's been the story so far in this first half. A good amount of set pieces for both teams, but neither team able to convert. As Berlinski gets it out to Melgar. Melgar picks up the pace, Tries to get around the defense and is tripped up. No call was made, though. The ref said play on, and it'll be a goal kick. Very short goal kick there from Guevara. Another long pass from Velasquez. Opiola to Melgar. Melgar now to Teneda. Teneda, a forward pass, and Guevara out of his net takes it back, but now he has to get back as Brooklyn still has the ball. Long pass. Teams are looking for something, maybe a foul, but none were given. Cross pass inside by Garces, misses everybody, and curls out of bounds for a goal kick. And these teams are, if they hadn't already, are starting to get a bit disagreeable with the men in green shirts today.
Close in the middle. Close in the middle. Not two here. Yes, close in the middle. Close in the middle. Stay.
And Brooklyn lets that pass from Viata go out of bounds for a goal kick. In fact, the only true scoring chance for either team was a shot early in the first half and a save made by Perea. But outside of that, neither team has really had any great scoring chances. East Coast throws the ball in. Dolores. Nice header there to keep the ball inside. Touch lines by Centurion. But the refs say East Coast ball there after a deflection by Brooklyn. That throw in hugs the touchline. And to the defenders it go. Uzo gets it back from Velasquez and turns it over. Etch. And these turnovers, more likely than not in this game, are resulting in more turnovers as neither team is really set to run after they get the ball back as that ball's out of bounds, and it will be a throw-in for East Coast. Closing in on the end of the first half here as Centurion gets it back to Palomares. To Velasquez. They'll swing it around to the far side. East Coast connecting on all their passes so far. And of course, the minute I say that, Brooklyn FC takes the ball away. Garces keeps the ball on his foot. Swings it to the far side. Looks like that's Melgar, who gives it up now to Amara. Now to Garces. And Garces will get it to Opiola. Nice pass there. Inside the box it goes. And no one able to get a foot on it for Brooklyn. But they keep it into their attacking third. Melgar works around his first defender. Loses the ball, goes to get it back. Berlinski Gets a pass deflected, and it is out of bounds. Looks like the ref is blowing his whistle for when balls go out of bounds, which is not typical in soccer. Perhaps that's why it's confusing me. But it is a Brooklyn FC throw. We are fully into first half stoppage time, which there might be a couple minutes of as Brulinski sends a howitzer very wide of the net. It will be a goal kick. Looks like he thought there wasn't much time left on this first half here. Well, that looked like a foul there from Opiola. And the ref eventually got that call right. Velasquez will take this free kick, as he has throughout the first half. Sends a backspinner all the way intended for Palomares, but unable to connect on the pass there. It will be a throw-in for East Coast. Let's see if they can get a goal here before this first half is out. Centurion will throw the ball in. Lima setting it in, and that ball hits off the side of the cage. It will be a corner kick as that ball was deflected out by Brooklyn FC, but East Coast coming closer and closer to that first goal. It'll be a corner kick on the far side. Free kick is up, headed on net, wide. A couple players hit the deck there, but no foul called. Short goal kick there from Perea. Opiola. Brulinski. Sends a pass forward, but no one in an onside position was available. And it goes right to the keeper, Guevara. Guevara starts the attack, and now it's at the back line. Seneca. Nada Dolores. Nada Palomares. Palomares sends it forward. Collected there by Centurion and passed over to Luque. Seneca. That ball was off of Seneca's foot, and it will be a throw-in for Brooklyn FC. Looks like it is only a matter of time before this first half ends. But you know what they say, don't stop playing until you hear that whistle. Brulinski gets it out to Ewart. Far pass there, intended for Amara, and he gets it to Brulinski. And Brulinski turns it over, and East Coast is pushing. Viata. Viata's going to take a shot. Oh, and it just misses the net. And that'll be the first half. Sebastian Viata with one last chance before the half ended. Looked like he had a good angle to shoot at, but missed the net wide. After 45 minutes of play, it is Brooklyn FC 2-0 and East Coast FC 0. We'll be back after these messages.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish. Flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobacs, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Welcome back to the Bay Park Athletic Complex here in Bay Park, New York. I'm Alexander Ganias for Game in Frame. We have Brian Barral behind the camera tonight. Those who just heard from the ref, we will have 2 subs for Brooklyn FC and 1 for East Coast. We'll let you know who those are as soon as possible. Brooklyn FC still going over their second half game plan. If you're just joining us, well, you didn't miss much. No score through 45 minutes. And while there were scant chances throughout, nothing really sustained, and of course, no balls passing the goal line. And Brooklyn FC takes their spot on the field. The teams will switch sides. Once again, Brooklyn FC in their black jerseys with white pinstripes going from right to left, and East Coast FC with their white jerseys trimmed in red going left to right. Once again, Brooklyn FC going right to left, East Coast going left to right. The whistle blows are underway in the second half. Pass immediately goes to Uzo. East Coast almost turns the ball over there. And then they do. We do have a sub in for Brooklyn FC. Of the 2 subs that the ref mentioned, one of them is Justin Sorto, wearing number 10. As that throw in from Lima. Velasquez sends it all the way to the back line, and Dolores will send it forward and out of bounds. And it looks like the second sub for Brooklyn is wearing number 58. As East Coast is pushing forward, Uzo leading it for Seneca. Seneca deflects the ball off of a Brooklyn player, but it looked like it skimmed Seneca on its way out and will be a Brooklyn throw. A free kick given to Brooklyn FC off of a handball. That ball go out of bounds will be an East Coast throw, but well within their defending third. It will be Lima who throws this ball in. Nice header there for Uzo. He picks it up. And he's brought down and a foul immediately called. It looked like we're going to get a card, but a very clear foul and a very easy call there for the ref. It will be a free kick. I want to say about 8 to 10 yards outside of the 18-yard box. And lined up in front of it is Junior Velasquez, as well as Luis Altuve. So Altuve and Velasquez lining up for the free kick, and it looks like it will be Altuve to take it. So on the American football field, it's on about the 20-yard line, which means it's about 30 yards away from the net. Altuve winds up, puts a shot on net, bounces right into the breadbasket of Perea. Perea with his second save of the night. And it looks like it was a warning given to the keeper, but perhaps not a warning. They're giving the ball to East Coast and deep into the attacking third as well. They've gifted them a corner, and East Coast wants to hurry quickly. They want to get this play in. And Perea, who made that save on the initial free kick, just confused on what they were calling. They thought it was 10 seconds, but I didn't count 10 seconds. Here's the free kick, or the corner kick, excuse me. Headed on net, just wide. And the flag man calls a goal kick. Another one-and-done opportunity for East Coast. Berlinski. Pushing it forward for Melgar. Melgar back to Berlinski. He's going to push it forward. No one really there to pick it up for Brooklyn, but there's a shot there. Nice save there by Guevara. The shot initially made by Sibi Amara was not able to set his feet properly, but the shot with just enough juice on it to constitute a shot, and Guevara makes the save and then punts it right to me. At least it was to me before Melgar came in and took it, which is his right. He is the one playing the game. Teneda to Melgar. Melgar with a cross inside. Another opportunity for Amara, but the ball deflected away. It will be a corner kick for Brooklyn, their first of the second half. Once again, we are at the Bay Park Athletic Complex in Bay Park, New York, part of Nassau County. The southern part of the island, very close to Long Beach, about a couple stops away on the Long Island Railroad. Looks it will be Berlinski to take the corner kick. He sends it away, and it went over the net and out. And there's Guevara hanging on the crossbar in an attempt to save what ultimately was not a shot on goal. It will be a goal kick. And a foul called there on Brooklyn FC, and the ref is reaching for his pocket. Yeah, we have our first yellow card of the match. Coming in the 53rd minute. It looks like that call was made on Thomas Silva, but I'm not quite sure. East Coast gets the free kick away, but Brooklyn able to clear it. And Garza's got a boot to the shin. He's feeling it right now as Amara gets the ball, works around the defense, trying to cross it into the box, but is deflected away by Lima. But Brooklyn gets it right back. Amara. And the ref calls offside, and Brooklyn looking for a foul on that initial play that sent Garces down, and he's still limping. If the foul was called, it looked like it would have been on Jonathan Torres into the game as a sub in the second half. But no fouls called, and just a free kick awarded to East Coast FC as that ball goes out of bounds for a throw-in. And will be Lima throwing the ball in, gets it in. Brooklyn pressuring. Has to give the ball all the way back to Guevara before a pass too far for Torres. It looks like that was Dolores who tried to get over to Torres, but the pass was way too high, and Brooklyn FC gets a throw. Melgar throwing it in. Brooklyn able to keep the ball out of bounds, and the ref initially called it for Brooklyn, but corrected himself, and it will be a East Coast throw, and Lima throws it in. This time it is a Brooklyn throw as that ball was deflected away by Seneca. Melgar will throw the ball in. It's a little bit of a running start. Teneda. Now Berlinski. Ball's turned over, now it's East Coast's turn. Uzo gets the ball in front. He's got a lot of real estate around him. Getting into the box, and that pass deflected away by Opiola. Opiola gets the ball around now to his teammate Sorto. And now Teneda to Berlinski. Passing it forward and deflected away by East Coast. Great defense there from Brooklyn FC as that ball stays onside. And now Uzo. A little touch pass there for Viata. Swings it around the center of the field. But no one was there to collect it, and now Brooklyn FC looks like they'll get a free kick. Brooklyn FC was ready to spurn. Looks like they were ready to go. And they wanted to keep going, but one of their players was on the floor in pain. Brooklyn FC eager to break the scoreless tie after East Coast has not been able to so far in this first half. We are reaching the hour mark of this game. Berlinski gets the ball back after a deflected pass. Sends it all the way out to the far side. And another collision there on the field leaves a Brooklyn FC player on the floor. And finally, the ref blows his whistle and stops play. I'd like to take this time to remind you that today's Game and Frame broadcast is sponsored by Petrobax, your gateway to Spain and Portugal. From unforgettable vacations to exclusive soccer group trips, Petrobax gets you closer to the action, the culture, and the biggest teams on the Iberian Peninsula. Visit Petrobax.com and start planning your dream trip today. We'd also like to give this moment to tell you about other games you can watch on Game and Frame. Tomorrow we got a full slate of APSL Metropolitan Conference matchups. We have two matches at 4. First, the New York International FC playing their first season in the APSL after being promoted from the Cosmopolitan Soccer League. They will be playing Doha FCW at 4 p.m. Also at 4 p.m., Hoboken FC 1912 will face off against Zumschneider FC 03 at 4 p.m. And at 8 p.m., the defending conference champions New York Pan-Cyprian Freedoms will face off against the Central Park Rangers at 8 p.m. All those games are on Sunday, and they're all on Game and Frame's YouTube page. Make sure to search up Game and Frame on YouTube. For those just joining us, I'm Alexander Ganias, Brian Barral behind the camera here tonight in Bay Park, New York. as that throw-in leads to an East Coast foul, and it didn't look like anyone on that East Coast team agreed. But either way, it will be a free kick for Brooklyn FC. Berlinski, he looks to take it, and he looks like he will try to send it into the box. Sends it forward, goes through some heads, and Brooklyn unable to get a shot on net, or a shot at all. Fast pass now it's Uzo. Uzo, and no one in front of him except the keeper, tries to work around the defense, and the defense catches up. And it looks like Taneda got a cleat to the ankle. He's down in pain, as Brooklyn FC still pushing the ball forward. And it looks like they will look at Taneda on the pitch. He's still down there. Looks like he got stepped on, and with these cleats, that will hurt. He gets back up and walks it off, though, so it looks like he will be okay. Since play continued while that was happening, it will be a throw-in for Brooklyn FC. And Melgar will take it from his teammate and do the job himself. Another throw-in for Brooklyn. This one hugs the line, gets out to Garces. Pushes it more forward, and it's turned over. Now it's East Coast. Pushing up the far side is Centurion. Getting it in the middle. That was Viata, who turns the ball over, and now it's Brooklyn pushing forward. Gets that pass out to Garces. Garces gets it on his left foot, works around some defense, gets it over to Amara. He'll take a shot. Save made by Guevara. From short range, he forces the corner kick. But David Guevara in net for East Coast FC, making the save and keeping this game scoreless. And a nice shot there, too, from Sibi Amara. The corner kick is a low one, and East Coast able to collect it easily. Let's see if East Coast can turn this defensive stop around and put the ball in the back of the other net. Not this time, though, as the pass is intercepted. Amara trying to find Melgar. He gets the ball eventually. Long deflection. Gets it out to Uzo. Uzo with speed. Gets a pass out to Viata. Viata gets on his right foot, puts a shot on net. And I don't think it would have gone in, but Perea makes the save anyway. It will be a corner kick for East Coast. A great opportunity there from Sebastian Viata. East Coast trying to break this scoreless tie. We're past the hour mark. It will be Velasquez to take this corner. There it goes. Far past the net. And Luque trying to head it towards the net. Couldn't quite get there, but East Coast still has the ball. Out the way, it's Dolores. Brooklyn FC looking for a foul. And it looks like the handball is called. And no one on East Coast FC agrees. And the ref trying to explain it to everybody. So it will be a Brooklyn FC free kick on what was ruled a handball. though East Coast believes that a foul was committed beforehand by Brooklyn and it should be, at the very least, a free kick right in front of the 18-yard box. But instead, it will be Brooklyn FC sending a nice long pass headed forward by Amara. And there goes, couldn't quite see that number, but Guevara out of his net. Playing aggressive here in this scoreless tie. Guevara out of his net to make that stop. And a foul called there on Garces. And Garces not happy with that call at all. They want to get the East Coast wants to get the ball rolling, and that was Centurion who was fouled. And Guevara out of his net will take this free kick. Guevara's kick immediately taken by Brooklyn. And I don't think Brooklyn was onside, so they let that pass go. Dolores for East Coast. Gets it over to Centurion. Centurion, a forward pass there to Seneca. But he turns it over. Now it's Berlinski. Working around the defender. And he gets it taken off of his foot. And now Seneca pushes forward. Pass out wide to Uzo. Fortune Uzo. On his left foot. Will cross it inside the box. He'll take it out and he hits the ground. Ref says all ball and they continue playing. East Coast not able to get a shot on net there as Melgar pushes the ball forward, but two forward for Garces. And Guevara will reset. It was the most exciting couple of minutes in this game so far. Looks like the attack has become more consistent for both teams in this second half. A long pass out intended for Viata. He puts a shot on net. Oh, and it just misses the net. Sebastian Viata with a chance to break the tie, and he misses by less than 6 inches. It will be a goal kick. But Viata had a pretty yawning net there as Perea was on his back foot, not really in a great position there. But the game remains scoreless. Teneda gets it back. It's turned over. Seneca. Gets it across. Uzo trying to work the ball off of Melgar's foot, but Melgar able to win it. Lima taking it away, and the ball deflected out of bounds by Seneca, and it will be a throw-in for Brooklyn. Make sure to stay tuned after the match where we will have a post-game interview with East Coast FC. Free throw-in awarded to East Coast. That throw-in goes to Uzo. Uzo trying to work it off Melgar's foot, but Melgar able to take it away. Nice tackle there from, it looked like Viata. And while he argued that the ball was deflected off of Brooklyn FC, the refs award Brooklyn FC a throw. Melgar. Berlinski. Long forward pass, and everyone's running after it. Guevara goes back to his net, and it's Amara who picks it up. Sibi Amara. With the ball on his foot, gets it to Berlinski. Nice defense there from East Coast to prevent him from moving forward. A cross pass intended for Garces meets instead Dolores on East Coast. But the ball's not out of trouble yet. Lima, now to Uzo. Uzo turns around and hits the Jets. Gets it around Teneda, trying to get it around Melgar, and Melgar bodies him off the ball. And there's the foul call there on Uzo. Some East Coast players looking for a foul on Melgar, but none was called, and then Uzo put him to the ground. And it looks like for both teams, every time it looks like they have a good chance to break this tie, a foul, a bad pass, or a goal kick prevents it from becoming anything more than just a scare. As Guevara picks up that far pass and will reset the East Coast offense. Centurion. Oh no, excuse me, that's Luque. Trying to get the ball off of his defender's foot. Unable to do so, and he lets the ball go out of bounds for a goal kick. And Perea moving swiftly. Uzo. Fortune Uzo works around his defender, steps over him, puts the ball on his left foot, sends it across for Velasquez. Velasquez will put a shot on net, and it goes through the uprights. Unfortunately, that doesn't count for this sport. But we should give him 3 points anyway. I believe that would be more interesting. I believe Gaelic football uses goalposts like that. I know hurling does. I know there is a type of gridiron sport where you can put the ball into a net and also into some uprights. Kind of like a mixture of rugby and soccer. I'm not quite sure what that sport is. I believe it's Gaelic football. Because that pass goes over everyone's head. And it's knocked out by Lima. It looks like he was hit in the throat there by Amara. He's able to shake it off. Melgar up forward. For a defender, he's playing pretty much all the field. It's quite impressive. Teneda. Gets it out to Melgar and he turns it over. Lima now gives it right back and they get it right back. Altuve sending it all the way to Centurion on the far side. Centurion keeps the ball in. But I guess a excessive touch on the far side results in a free kick for East Coast. We've just reached the 71st minute here in Bay Park. Nice move there from Luque. Ref keeps his flag down, across inside the box, deflected away and all the way into the parking lot there. Almost went into the water. For those who can't see, there is a body of water right outside this field. I believe the proper term is called an inlet, but I'm actually not quite sure. I'm not paid to research water formations. I'm paid to call soccer. Here's the corner kick, and it goes over everyone's heads, and it'll be out of bounds. It looks like it'll be a throw in for East Coast. And Lima coming all the way from midfield to take this throw in. Lima with a running start, jumps and throws. Headed further into the box, and it looks like it was a bicycle kick attempt there from Viata, but just off course. And if Viata had put that in the net, that would have been certainly a goal of the month nominee. But just past the net it goes. And it's another goal kick for Brooklyn. Long pass, and Berlinski leaves it for his teammate. He pushes forward. He's going to shoot on his left foot. Off the post! Berlinski gets the rebound. Trying to work over his defender. He can't quite get there. The ball eventually goes over to Sorto, who puts a weak shot on net right into the hands of Guevara. Boy, the post is a goalie's best friend, and it showed right there. Seneca. Long pass out for Uzo, but it's intercepted by Melgar. Melgar up the near side, getting over to Amara. The flag stays down. And nice defense there from Torres and Guevara to get that ball out of bounds. It will be a corner kick for Brooklyn. Game still knotted at 0-0. We will get a corner kick here from Brooklyn in just a second. It will be Dominic Brulinski, the Pole, who will take this corner kick. Here it comes. On net, pushed aside. Melgar sees it go out of bounds for another corner kick. And now it looks like it will be Justin Sorto to take the free kick. Uses his left foot into the box, headed up by Amaro and out of bounds. Amaro, excuse me. Goal kick for Guevara, and he sends it forward just over the midfield line and out of bounds for a throw. Long throw there from Opiola. Garces, and the ball hit his hand, and everyone and their mother saw that, so it will be a free kick for East Coast. Just under 15 minutes left in regulation. Can one of these teams find the initial goal and break this scoreless tie? We'll find out right now. Free kick from East Coast goes long. Shouldered down by Villada, but Brooklyn FC able to take it away. Keeping it inbounds, that pass to Garces. Able to touch it away from the defender. He gets on his horse to get to that ball. He does. On the goal line. Deflected in front, and the touch shot is just wide. Sibi Amara. Hands on his hips in disbelief. A point-blank shot less than a yard away from the net goes wide, and this game remains scoreless. And a goal kick will spur the East Coast offense into their defensive zone. Lima. We're at the bottom of the hour here as Melgar sends it forward for Garces. That ball is out of bounds, and it will be a throw-in for Brooklyn. Garces will take it himself, unless he leaves it for a teammate, and no, he throws it in himself. Turns the ball over, but still deep in the defensive territory is East Coast. Sorto, out to Teneda. Teneda's pass initially intended for Garces, and then picked up there by Amara, but it was past everybody, and Guevara slides and controls the ball. He'll punt it away. Deflected off of Melgar, picked up there by Uzo. Long pass there for Torres. Gets it out to Altuve, Luis Altuve. Gets it wide out to Lima. Lima, high pass crossing, and Luque looked like he jumped a bit too early. Velasquez puts it on the ground. A back heel shot by Luque, pushed aside by Perea, and cleared by Brooklyn FC. It'll go all the way across to Guevara, who shoulders it down and says, let's run it again. Cross-field pass all the way out. They'll put a shot on net, and that'll go just wide. It went through everybody's feet. That shot there from, I believe it was Luque. Both defenses here are coming up clutch as a plane flies over our heads, perhaps due to land at LaGuardia. not quite sure what's going on here. Looks like there were some arguments between the Brooklyn FC players and the East Coast FC players. And the ref just said, hey, we're adults here, calm it down. Melgar will get the ball after the short goal kick, working around Uzo. Uzo able to get a foot on it, but Brooklyn FC comes away from it with the ball. Amara. Berlinski. Uzo into the box, and Viata was the only man in white there, but the pass just a bit too far from him. Dolores heads it away, picked up by Centurion and passed on to Seneca. Long shot on net, and will be a goal kick. Nice shot from Luke Gay. Ref making sure that every player is where they need to be on this goal kick. Little knuckler, backspin knuckler. Goes all the way out to Amara Sibi. Sibi will take a shot and it's deflected right there. I would like to issue an apology. I've been calling him Sibi Amara for the entirety of this game. His first name is Amara and his last name is Sibi. And Andrea Stanek, fresh into the game, able to push that ball away, and some discussions with the ref as there was a foul called that I'm assuming no one agreed with. I didn't quite see the foul. I was focused on the ball, but with the way these refs have been calling this game, it's a safe assumption. It will be a free kick for Brooklyn FC. Sorto. That pass intended for Melgar, but deflected away. And here comes Viata. Viata gets to his right foot, crosses it. That pass intended for, it looked like Seneca, but the ball was deflected away. Excuse me, that was actually Giovanni Esteza fresh in the game. And that ball was out of bounds and it was off of Brooklyn FC. Lima will throw the ball in. We're in the 81st minute here, a little less than 10 minutes to go in regulation, plus stoppage time. Good throw in there to Viata. Viata able to keep the ball in and earns himself another throw in, as that ball was kicked out of bounds by Richard Ewart. Lima throws it into the box. Shot there from Esteza. Ball goes up, headed on net, and saved there by Perea. Perea had to go back and run to get that ball, but he got it. And the score remains tied at 0. Headed down. It's Berlinski. Berlinski to Sorto. Sorto will put a shot on net. And just like a shortstop, he goes down to one knee, Guevara does, and collects it. Guevara will punt it away. Both teams running out of time here. And Lima has lost his boot. He's playing with only one boot. Hopefully that won't come back to bite him, as Brooklyn FC is deep into the attacking territory. And the ball is in! The shot was deflected on net, and Brooklyn FC has tied this game late. It was becoming increasingly clear that this game was possibly going to end in a 0-0 draw. But Brooklyn FC able to find the back of the net And it was Dylan Zuniga who was able to get the ball on net. It was clipped into the net by a defender who tried to deflect it away. And with less than 10 minutes to go in this match, Brooklyn FC 2 takes the 1-0 lead, and East Coast is immediately on the back foot. Still time, though, to tie the game. Uzo. If there's anyone due for a goal in this match, it's him. He'll send it into the middle of the field, all the way out to Velasquez. East Coast playing with a bit more urgency now that they've given up the initial goal. Velasquez sends it back to Centurion. Swing it around from Dolores to Torres. Astasia. All the way back to the back line now, Centurion. East Coast will let that ball go out of bounds. It will be a throw in. But East Coast, if they want to salvage a point here, they'll have to work fast. East Coast still without a win this year as that ball deflected out by a Brooklyn player. And another throw in, this time on the attacking half. Pass there from Torres to Lima, who was able to get his boot back on. Actually, I don't think he was. No, he was. The ball goes into the box, but deflected away by Brooklyn. And it will be a throw-in for East Coast. Luque. And now also Astasia trying to get the ball off the defender's foot, and they do, into the box. Luque. And it looks like, no, it stays in bounds, and Brooklyn able to clear. Torres able to keep it in the third, though, and Lima gets it back, able to keep it on the line, and the ref says in bounds as that ball was deflected off of the East Coast player, specifically Velasquez, and it will be a Brooklyn throw-in. Brooklyn no longer really has to play pressured. They have the lead and the clock on their side. We are now within 5 minutes of regulation ending in the 86th minute as Melgar sends that high and far. Pushed up there by Altuve. And now kept in the air by Torres. Let's see how long they can keep it in the air. Oh, not long at all. Lima sending it forward for Luque. Melgar able to pick it up, but he turns it over right to Lima. Lima, the cross pass to Astasia. Astasia trying to work it off his defender's foot. No foul called. The defender hit the splits almost, but East Coast comes away with the ball. Velasquez. Into the box it goes for Villada. He pushes it back. No foul called there. Centurion gets it back. Centurion works his way into the box. A shot on net. And East Coast is calling for a corner kick, but it will be a goal kick. Velasquez with that booming shot. You could probably have heard that from the north part of the island, but it goes out of bounds for a goal kick. And Brooklyn FC will play it safe, a short goal kick into the back line. Chested down. Zuniga, the goal scorer. At least that's who I would credit with the goal. That ball is out of bounds, and it's a throw-in for Brooklyn. East Coast running out of time. Thrown is there, headed away. Nice touch pass there. Velasquez trying to spin the ball away from Berlinski, and Berlinski able to get the ball away, and he's earned himself I'm not quite sure yet. I'm not sure what the ref called. He was standing behind a player. I could not see him. It looks like it will be a throw-in for Brooklyn. Brooklyn already with the 1-0 lead, trying to put this game to bed. Brooklyn trying to call for a handball. They're not going to get it. Perhaps the ref ruled incidental contact. Far pass out from Torres. Astasia, who subbed in late in the second half, able to get it around Berlinski. He's going to cross a pass into the box. Shot on net. Save made by Pereira. The shot from Luis Altuve. And Brian Pereira went post to post and snuffed out that opportunity there. That pass far out in front. Gets it into the box. A shot on net deflected right in front. East Coast looking for an offside. They're not going to get it. And a second shot is in. Brooklyn FC has taken a 2-0 lead. And that all started with David Pereira's fantastic save. And the refs are discussing something here. As it stands, it is 2-0. East Coast arguing offside or a foul. And they're going to give the goal to Brooklyn FC. And for 80 minutes, what was a scoreless draw has now become a 2-0 deficit for East Coast FC, and it looks like they will not get that first win of the year. Meanwhile, Brooklyn will improve to 2-0-1 unless something miraculous happens from East Coast. Centurion. Uzo, who's moved from the right side to the left. Velasquez. Altuve, and now Luque. Getting it to Lima with that ball pushed out of bounds. And it will be a throw-in. East Coast trying to erase that goose egg off their score bug. Into the box it goes, but deflected away by Berlinski. We are fully into stoppage time now, as all Brooklyn FC needs to do is just run this clock out. Out in front. He gets the ball away from his defender, but out of bounds for a goal kick. And the few Brooklyn FC fans who have made the trip out, and a yellow card given, at the second yellow card of the match for Brooklyn. Uzo to Astasia. That pass deflected away, and the more passes that get intercepted, the more passes that get deflected, the less time East Coast has to get one of those goals back. Torres sends a knuckler out in front, and no one's there to pick it up. Out of bounds. Brooklyn FC wants the ref to blow his whistle. He's not done quite yet. That cross deflected away from Torres. Astasia. That pass goes out of bounds, will be an East Coast throw. and I think they've run out of soccer balls. That can't be true. Come on, really? Running out of soccer balls in a juncture like this? You almost can't believe it, but they found one. And Brooklyn FC maybe putting one more nail in the coffin, will they? Not with that pass, and it's intercepted by Lima. Lima out front. Gets it to Altuve. Altuve. A shot on net. And this one goes behind the crossbars and behind the American football goalposts. And there are fans on the Brooklyn FC side that want this match to end now. You can hear the whistling. But the only whistle that matters is that of the ref. And giving him more time. We are into the 94th minute now, it looks like. Correa sends it away. And there's the triple whistle from the ref. 80 minutes of scoreless soccer broken apart. And Brooklyn FC able to take the 2-0 victory. Keep it right here. We will have post-game interviews with East Coast FC. But for now, the final score from Bay Park. Brooklyn FC 2, and East Coast FC, nothing.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish. Flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University, and I play forward. The salt air case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards, so I know that they're together. I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer, and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Welcome back. I'm Alexander Ganeas. I'm here with Junior Velasquez on my right and Fortune Uzo on my left. Tough 2-0 loss here for East Coast FC. Junior, looked like you had possession for most of the game. You had your chances, but you're ultimately not able to find the back of the net. What do you think went wrong?
We just didn't execute. I think we just didn't find the net like the way we were supposed to. We had our chances, and I think we should have done better.
And Fortune, I believe the vibe on the field was that there's a lot of uncalled fouls, fouls that perhaps shouldn't have been called. Did that throw a wrench into your game plan at all?
I mean, to be honest, that's part of the game. The referee's going to make mistakes. It's our part to just finish our opportunities that we create. So that's what happens when you don't finish. Simple.
All right, last question. This is for both of you. If either of you, do you think, could take anything from this match and move on to your next match, what do you think that would be?
Just trying to put the ball away. That's it. It's pretty much simple. We dominated. We passed around, back and forth. We had most of the possession. All we needed to do was just put it in the net.
Anything from you?
Yeah, it's frustrating, but we just got to keep going and move forward. Look for the next game and just execute.
All right, thank you. That's Fortune Uzo and Junior Velasquez. Thank you both for the interview.
Yes, sir.
For Brian Baralo behind the camera, I'm Alexander Ganias. Thank you for watching.